Stay with us here on the CW. NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series racing from Indianapolis coming up next. In practice yesterday, the Junior Motorsports cars were fast. Last year in this race, Junior Motorsports scored their 100th win of their organization with Connor Zilic making the late move to take the victory 1 year ago.
It was such an exciting battle. You see Sam Mayer pushing Connor Zilic through. Once the 88 got out front, he said, see ya.
Sam Mayer in second, fast again this weekend. It's going to be a great day of racing at the Brickyard, and that's the ultimate prize. Everybody trying to kiss the bricks. And as the chase looms large with just 3 races remaining until the cutoff, here's how the standings look in the back half of the drivers that are locked into the chase right now. The bubble battle there, hot and heavy over the next couple weeks. Stay with us here on the CW, racing from Indianapolis coming up.
Can't wait for that one. 3 races in the chase, just 2 weekends remaining in the Progressive AVP League. We are at EHP Resort and Marina. Bring your boat out. Come on and join us. You're welcome to hang out on your own deck and enjoy. The men are ready to take the sand here. The Miami Mayhem, when they got together, we thought they would be the top team on the beach. They've won 4 straight sets, dominating and in a highly entertaining fashion. Andy and Taylor, I think they're the best watch in the AVP League.
I mean, some of the offensive performances from Taylor Crabb, the routes he runs, the arm, and then you add in the block of Andy Benish. This team is not only one of the best from an offensive output, but also from a defensive output, holding teams to a 317 mark. That's the best in the league, meaning their defense has been on point. Yeah, the gap in those 2 numbers, the hitting spread, plus 155 for the Miami Mayhem. The next best is .083, so it gives you an idea just how dominant Andy Benish has been. Players come to the beach. The question is, can they set? This big man can, no doubt. And he's been dishing it to his partner, Taylor Crabb. The reports of Taylor's renaissance have not been exaggerated in some post-impressionist painting. It's all been realistic depth and 3-dimensionality here. His medium is sand. You're about to watch a master at work, and that is no hyperbole. Just 8 errors in 6 matches played so far in the AVP League in 2026. Just for some context, he had 31 in 2025, was still one of the best attackers out on the sand, but he has only improved season in and season out. He is the only men's player averaging more than a dig, or pardon, more than 4 digs per set. 4.31 coming in. On the other side, the San Diego Smash are still trying to find out who they are in this year. 2-0 in Belmar, 0-2 in New York City. Which version do we get here? I'm hoping the best version of Chase Buttinger and Miles Evans, the Olympians from 2024. Again, their offensive numbers were pretty impressive, right? Just 1 week ago, however, they've got to find some defense as well as some service pressure. Miles Evans, he's going to need to be great with that platform from the first serve. Miles Evans has worked himself into that upper echelon of this game, the underdog, the grinder, creating his own path in the sport, a 2024 Olympian and Manhattan Beach Open champion. Miles Evans back to the sand, the Santa Barbara native. And his partner, Cameron just mentioned, a beach volleyball player achieving bronze status, winning the AVP Manhattan Beach Open in 2025. A dad of 2, an Olympian, and 2024 AVP League champion. A dynamic athlete, Chase Buttinger. Dynamic is a perfect word for Chase Buttinger. He's so athletic in every skill he brings to the sand. One of the areas of focus is all about having a bigger moment at the net. He walked away, didn't find blocks in New York. You can guarantee that's a focal point facing off specifically against this team of the Miami Mayhem. So take a look at our men's standings. They likely need 2 wins to be in Chicago here if you're San Diego. If you're Miami, you're guaranteed to go. The question is, are you the #1 seed? We will see. Don't worry about him. We are Benish and Crabb on the right, Buttinger and Evans on the left. Our men's match is underway here on the CW. Chase to start, and that one's long. So the service game is something to keep an eye on. Mentioned they gave up 9 aces, did not have a single ace in New York City.
Miami's trying to be increasingly dangerous from the line. Taylor's gone to a jumper this year. Benish has that one carom off his arms and out of bounds.
Miami Mayhem are an opposing blocker's nightmare. The amount of pressure they put on you from a side-out perspective, like they're about to do right now. You have to deal with the option attack, the route running of Taylor Crabb. You're constantly having to guess and make educated guesses as to where the attack's coming from as Chase Budinger shifts over to the right and earns one. That's going to be so important yet again for Chase Budinger, having so many inputs come in as a blocker.
Strong start here, had just 2 blocks last week in 4 sets. He opens here with a straight stuff. Andy Benish has been hard to contain. He's hitting 402. That's been climbing, hit 500 in LA. His numbers took a huge step up, did Andy Benish's. He went from 4th in blocks per set to 1st. Here, too tight. Taylor shoves it through once. Benish cannot get it the second time, 3-1.
But just 4 points played and already 2 times Chase Budinger found a little extra emphasis up at the net. That is a great start for the San Diego Smash. I also like seeing a little bit of communication through the net right now between Chase and the Miami Mayhem. I think there's a good amount of camaraderie on the men's side right now.
Yeah, you saw that wry smile on the face of Chase Budinger. Taylor, a creative set, that'll work. How about that for the second point for Miami? Let's go down to Richie.
Yeah, what an appropriate time to come in and talk about T. Krabs, the wizardry we just witnessed right there. I was talking to him a little bit before this match. Cam, you had talked about kind of the renewed enthusiasm you felt like you've seen from T. Krabs this year, his extremely low number of errors. I said, what's up with that? He said, you know what? A big part of it is being in this new partnership, of course. Being back on the World Tour, I missed it. You know, I kind of am reinvigorated, and it's bled into all aspects of my game. I'm just stoked to be out here. Got this new partnership. Obviously, they're gunning for 2028 and LA, but it certainly shows out there.
It's no surprise that a guy like Mike Gervais, noted sports psychologist, and what he preaches about being thankful, being present, and all those things can really play in your game. We hear that theme so many times, Cam, including there.
Yeah, without a doubt, especially in regards to Taylor Crabb. It's so fun as there's a monster block from Andy Benish, making sure he's seen up at the net. But when you consider this team of Miami Mayhem and Taylor going back international too and playing on the World Tour, he has been able to find that next evolution and that reinvigoration itself in terms of his ability. And also there's a reintroduction to teams not just in the AVP but worldwide, and he has really changed his way of playing the game.
And if you're a volleyball fan, you're welcome for Taylor's renaissance. This has been a special watch this season. Continues to be so much fun as Chase Budinger kills that one. All right, already given up an ace here, have San Diego. While we're chatting there, also a block from Benish. That is the game we've seen from Miami. Now keep in mind with the Smash, even though they went 0-2 and it wasn't ideal, their offense was there. They hit over 600 in one match, nearly 500 in the next, still lost. They can keep pace. Evans, dig. Crabb right back the other way. And a missed contact will still result in a point.
Not often. That, I think, coming because of the win right there. Taylor looks at his hand. I think that last swing just came off his middle finger and maybe just the tip of it here. Win kind of pushing this through. Nice little shovel scoop.
Taylor, a little hybrid. Tight to the net goes San Diego. And then another high-flying kill from Chase Budinger.
There's almost a bit of a pause from Chase Budinger at the top of this jump. Watch, he's reading the block in defense, and you can see how his body is continuing to fall to the left as he attacks back to the right. That's going to pull the block along with him as they're trying to line up on that shoulder.
Yeah, season of change for Chase Budinger. New partnership internationally with Trevor Crabb, that is Taylor's brother. And also a backloaded league schedule here. They played in Belmar in week 1. Now they have 3 in a row to finish the regular season. So much of what this year becomes for San Diego is TBD. Benish can't find the range there, and we're not at 6.
Both teams still trying to kind of calculate the service pressure. Again, windy conditions, a bit of a swirl on our court. And with these jump floats, you got to be dialed in just right.
Kraft and Cheng looking on. The Miami Mayhem's female counterparts. That shot over the top is easily done. Andy Benish. He continues to refine his game. He's really earned his beach chops.
This is a lot of skill that you have to learn when you first come out onto the beach in terms of your shot selection, finding the high line, and especially for Andy Benish, a former middle at USC. He didn't necessarily have the setting per se in the indoor game, but it's one of the best skills that he could bring out to the beach. A little bit of a shock there from the former middle blocker.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Andy Benish got cut from hoops. That's basketball as a sophomore. Had to take PE. That required running, and Andy said, I hate running. I cannot stand it. So he was going to try sailing, but that was too expensive, and they had brand new beach volleyball courts up there at PV High. He was 5'10" at the time. He grew to 6'7" from sophomore to junior year. That'll help you dominate.
We'll take that switch at 8 to 7.
And Andy Benish began his journey. There's been another journey, and it's been the journey of the hit series All-American. And saying goodbye with its final season, 8 seasons of friendship and family all lead to this. As their biggest dreams pull them in different directions, this legacy reaches its most emotional chapter yet. Don't miss an all-new episode of the final season of All-American, Monday, 8/7 Central, right here on the CW. Andy Benish, after college, after that USC career you mentioned, he went on into the real world. He was making 300 cold calls a day. And he thought to himself, well, I may not want to do this anymore. He randomly went back to the beach in 2018 for an opportunity to play. And he said, you know what? These cold calls are going to make me bet on myself and the beach game to become an Olympian in 2024 in Paris alongside Miles Partain.
So Andy Benish, not a fan of phones or running. Good thing for beach volleyball is the fact he only ever has to take about 3 steps to get where he needs to go.
Yeah, I think that is often the case. Basketball and volleyball, very similar tools. If you hate running, you're going to find yourself spiking. As Andy Benish does successfully into the corner there, 9-8. Crab to serve. No option taken. That ball's tight. Another nice defensive effort from Evans. Second time down the line proves to be a winner.
Yeah, just crisping up that shot for the San Diego Smash. That's the first one. Taylor able to run down. He thinks there's no way they're going back to it because he's already dug it once. You can see him trying to take that jump step forward and even trying to work more towards the cut. That's a nice shot. Consecutive on the side of the San Diego Smash. Going back to the well.
Nobody able to get away here in set number 1. 9-9. Still anyone's set. Oh, that is a favorite there of Miles Evans. He has historically been good with that jumper corner to corner.
It's interesting, too, when you look at the two teams right now on the sand, both of them actually not necessarily known for their service pressure, the aces, right? And we've known in the Progressive AVP League, some of the teams who've had the greatest success, well, they've been ripping jump serves, as there's another great stab from Crab.
Well, ripping at the net and being picked up by Crab, who puts it right on the cable. That might be one of the highlights of the year in terms of dig to transition. Taylor with a gem.
Pauses, it's the bait and switch between the block and the defense from the Miami Mayhem. Just on the outskirts of the line, Taylor Crab.
Don't sleep on Andy Benish's set right there either. Some bump back juice right there. That one skips through. Benish didn't touch it. Redirect is good. What was the idea there?
I was going to say, I think that was a slam dunk on the side of Chase Bettinger. He should be rather comfortable with that skill set, but the idea, I think, was trying to shovel that back up to Andy Benish, trying to look for the on-two.
That is the one time when you can get that open hand tip going, two-hand redirect at the net defensively for Chase Bettinger.
His first set, kind of playing with some of the tempo between points right now, too. That has an effect in terms of momentum and rhythm.
Evans Decent dig, that ball a little bit tight. Blocked by Benish.
Andy Benish just with a house built around that of Miles Evans. You see Mark Sherman, our host, having a fun time with everyone here at EHP Resort Marina, but a tight set, you still kind of want that, especially on an out-of-system play. Give an opportunity to take a swing at the ball, but Andy Benish doing a really solid job.
Benish with 2 blocks a set. Last time we saw him in an AVP weekend, he's at that point now, already here in set 1. Might be the difference maker as Miami could side their way out here. Taylor frustrated with that miss. Both players backed up to receive this serve. Benish with the save. And how about Crab heating it up?
You remarked on the earlier set from Andy Benish, but that one might have been a higher level of difficulty. Great serve, and that ball just skids off the platform of Taylor Crab, but the effort on full display from Andy Benish, avoiding the net and setting up his partner.
And Taylor showcasing his ability to change speeds right there, getting on that ball fast. To the right, Budinger elevates and terminates.
Elevate, the right word. I was just going to say that was actually just a high slap shot over the block of Andy Benish. Watch the trajectory here. Up and right through the wickets. Great calculation. Chase Budinger.
Chase told us his growth goals for the year to be a better server here as he's excelled offensively in set number 1. He's got Miami in a little bit of trouble here. Enough that his side has a chance for a point. Not yet. Crab staying alive. Benish will not have to block here as that ball slips through the hands of Evans. Let's take a look at our juiced up moment here from Beach Juice. A little scoop save there by Chase Budinger and a couple of big efforts just to keep the rally alive, because you never know what might happen.
I would say it's all about trying to make some lemonade out of lemons. I don't know if they're finding the juice they're looking for on that set from Miles Evans. Just a little too slick after that one.
If you're looking for some beach juice, zero sugar, hard tropical punch, that might be the right juice for you. 14-12, timeout taken by San Diego. We are in EHP Resort and Marina now on Saturday, August 8th. The Progressive AVP League returns to Dallas for another can't-miss showdown. It'll be the finale of the regular season. We'll set the field for Chicago. That's 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on the CW. We can't wait to see who is going to show up in Texas and who is going to put themselves into the championship picture coming up in early September in the great Windy City. Is that your catamaran, Cameron?
No, that might be Heath's, though.
All right.
Heath Freeman now on the sands. Just a perfect view of the yacht and the action.
Yeah, beautiful weekend to be had here. We're just in our second match of 8. We'll be with you throughout. Set point here for Miami. Fought their way to a lead. The juke got him in the air, and the hot pocket is available for Evans.
Miles Evans looking for a little redemption after that last rally, slipped through his fingers, and his partner helping him out. There's the juke and pulling that block of Andy Benish. Chase Budinger trusting his partner there.
They're going to need one here. Miles put him in trouble last time from the line. Better pass this time in the middle of the court, well off the net. And that's the kill that finishes set number 1. 15-13. Gritty performance by Miami down the stretch.
Great contact from the high five to the swing itself. Taylor Crab changing the tempo. You mentioned it, this time coming out of the middle of the court and on a quickened set. You can see that block of Chase Budinger being stressed, trying to cover an entire side of the court. Unable to fend off Taylor Crab.
So an outstanding start again for Miami, who continues to be an offensive juggernaut, hitting .538. Taylor Crabb is 4 of 5. Do not let the Crabb attack.
You look great. You look really young. You look the same. I'm just saying.
Makes you wonder into the second set, do you go away from him? Do you try and find a little bit more Andy Benish and trust the block of Chase Buttinger?
Yeah, Benish just 375. That's 4 for 8. So maybe that would be a good idea. Operation Smile presents the biggest smiles of the day, and we might have some smiles and some frowns here as Mark Sherman constructs a game of musical chairs. Oh, dad and daughter battle. Operation Smile is a global nonprofit that provides access to free life-changing cleft surgery and care for children and adults around the world. As we provide some smiles here for the fans of beach volleyball. This is not in the dad's favor.
He's thrown about as many jukes as Andy Benish up at the net. I don't know if this, you can't really win, right? Like if you're the dad, you either need to let her win, because otherwise the ride home isn't going to be as much fun.
Good move, Dad. And good move to come on out and enjoy an AVP event. You can join us in Dallas or Chicago this year. Please do join us here on the CW. In any case, San Diego Smash trying to rejoin this match. They lose another deuce set in the first. They lost by the identical score of 13-15 when they faced New York just a week ago. Then they had that 15-9. How did they avoid that fate here, Cameron, in set number 2 against Miami? As we look at the stats through the first set.
I think one of the important factors is going to be that Miles Evans serve. It definitely got Miami into a bit of trouble, a little bit more of that attacking off the net. So if you can have even more of an emphasis from that service line, that could definitely help out. But I also think that Chase Buttinger block, he had one early. If he can find one more late, that could be a big difference maker.
You were talking about the swirling wind here inside our picturesque location. Side to side, total points scored, 14 on one side, 14 on the other.
Miami versus San Diego.
So no real difference in the sides just yet, just a difference on the scoreboard of 2.
And we are ready to go. Let me get a round of applause.
And a great view for everyone here at EHP Resort Marina. We'll see if they switch it up. Maybe find a little bit more Andy Benish in this matchup.
Andy didn't go for it that time. A resulting dig from Taylor. Option. Cut expertly down. Chase Buttinger with the first point of the second set. That is expertly done, but this just in. He's not even the MVP of his own household, Chase Buttinger. Did you know that?
You know what? That doesn't surprise me, knowing his wife.
Yeah. Spouses play a massive role in any success by players on court. Their significant other is always important. Now with 2 kids at home, Chase Buttinger. Jess Buttinger is a superstar. We know she's shouting at the TV. The rocket home.
She likes those cut shots. There's no doubt about it.
She'll have a debrief for Chase after this is over. They need this second set. Andy Benish, recently married. That ball is up the middle for an ace, and Deanna Kraft can celebrate.
Yeah, she's also hanging out courtside as well. I like this serve, adding a little bit more from the left to the right. You can see the flag and the backdrop, and trying to play with that. As long as you find the back line, it's all good on the side of Miami. Service errors on screen, 2 aces, matching that of their errors.
Yeah, and again, San Diego losing that battle. That ball just underneath it was Crabb. Good resolve and response from San Diego.
Pretty clear to see that the San Diego Smash early in this second set is trying to attack a lot of the sharp angles. A couple cut shots in that first rally, and then you add in that shot from Miles Evans, the high line, the final blow.
What it must be like to be a blocker playing with Taylor Crabb behind you. You should just turn around every time and expect the ball to be there?
Without a doubt, yes.
It's up to you to react.
It's a luxury.
He's going to make a play Offensively here, he puts it in the corner. He's been moving to the middle quite a bit. We haven't seen any routes.
I was just about to say that. He's had a good amount of success, so whether it was late in set 1 and early now into set 2, attacking out of the middle. And it's forcing Miles Evans in the backcourt to kind of be more patient and stay in position so that he's not locking in with Taylor Crabb in terms of his own court vision as an attacker.
Crabb hitting 549 on the season. That is #1. James Shaw comes in at 2nd. Chase Budinger has been trending upwards as he gets another kill there. He's hitting 392 on the year, but his numbers have been coming up via attacks like that. Budinger now 10 of 11, 909 in this match. Bad pass, Benish way off the net. Stays aggressive. Long set. Big stuff block from Andy Benish once again. That'll be his 3rd. Let's check in with Richie.
Yeah, you guys are doing a great job of going to me when Miami makes a great play, and I'm about to talk about Miami. How good have they been this year? Amazing, obviously, and they've got kind of a revolving door of coaching, which is interesting. They had Nick Lucena in Los Angeles. This week they've got John Sutton, who, aside from having the best lettuce on the beach, is kind of the vibe coordinator. He helps the guys talk about investing their money, and I think introduces them to sports betting in their free time. So good stuff going on for Miami.
Aren't those two things antithetical?
It is funny, though. You think about having Nick Lucena, obviously a longtime friend of Taylor Crabb in the booth. That was back in LA. He was sitting there and said, yeah, you know what? This is easy. I just get to sit here and say nothing, and they win. It's the easiest kind of coaching in the world.
Sutton's hoping for the same, as well as a consistent wind to Beyonce his quaff. It's actually in Cameron Irwin's contract as well. Andy Benish now 3 blocks for the 12th time in the 6th in 7 matches. He doesn't get that one, but Andy proving to be a vexing presence for opposing attackers. You know what I don't see from the Smash this year, Cameron, is that shoot offense they were so known for over the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's only really been showcased maybe twice in this matchup. Maybe that's what they're going to go to late here in the 2nd set. It's also a little challenging with those swirly winds to try and run some of that offense, but
Benish up and back. Well done over the top. Andy with a ton of footwork to make a soft shot. Wind at the moment cutting across the court, although that is in the direction of behind our building, so the court may have a lot less wind at the moment. Chase again, neglects it. Hard driven dig. Benish at the net, and a net violation by San Diego has another point going Miami's way. Kraft and Chang look on with delight, 7-5.
if you're the San Diego Smash, you're starting to get a little frustrated because you feel like you've put yourself in a relatively decent position on some of these rallies, whether it was that scoop and then all of a sudden the set goes awry. But it feels like they're making one play, but in need of 2 to be able to take down the Miami Mayhem.
Yeah, and the Mayhem are not going to give you much. Playing fairly error-free volleyball here at ball tight again, and that causes problems. 8-5 will be the side change. More distance earlier in the set this time for Miami.
And taking an extra second here on the side change. Miami really showcasing yet again just their ability to put on an offensive and defensive performance. Taylor Crabb now at 7 total digs, almost to that double-digit number, and still errorless as an attacker.
5 kills on 8 attempts, and I think, Cameron, you mentioned this coming in early on. 8 errors on 91 swings entering today for Taylor Crabb, who's going to be on the attack right now. And there's a rare error. It'll be a block for Chase Budinger. Chase gets the monster block. Just his second here. San Diego would like to see a couple more of those. Chase talked a lot about trying to build into that blocking this year too, coming in. He said at times it feels like I'm not even out there. I mean, the man knows how to identify something in a sporting context and go and work on it.
Yeah, and especially with the blocking skill set, he said that's the one skill he feels like he has the most room for improvement. And he said it really starts to build the frustration. He's smiling right there. He didn't like that set from Taylor Crabb.
Yeah, contrast Benish, who hits that one wide, is at 1.5, just shy of that blocks per set overall. Chase Budinger is at 0.6, so just over half a block per set. Less than half the output of his opponent, but right now, equal output on the scoreboard again. It's 8-8. Timeout, Miami.
And back-to-back errors, right, with Benish going up, trying to take the swing. His numbers now dropped to 167. I mentioned it, heading into the second set. They may look to Benish a bit more as they've knotted the score at 8 apiece.
This Tuesday on WWE NXT, the Men's North American Championship is up for grabs as champions. Miles Bourne defends his title against a fired-up Cam Hendricks, who's hungry to prove he's the real deal. Don't miss NXT this Tuesday, 8/7 Central, right here on the CW. I'm planning my whole week, Cameron. I'm all set with the CW. As the Austin Aces are out on sand, going to be the next match on the men's side. Miami and San Diego right now. San Diego trying to stay in this match. They've climbed back with a couple of points. What do you like about what you've seen from the Smash in the last few? As we look at our progressive stat pack with Chase Budinger tearing it up offensively once again.
I think they need to continue to apply the pressure to Andy Benish. It's been back-to-back errors. Don't let your foot off the gas pedal. Force him to have to make some plays. Don't get me wrong, he's absolutely capable, but right now you've got him in a bit of a pickle, so how much can you take advantage?
Budinger, 769 in terms of efficiency. Now, Miles Evans, 4 kills, 3 errors on 15. That's 067. Looking a lot like Kristen Cruz earlier in our first match. That ball tapped over the top by Andy Benish, his second left-handed kill of this match.
They tried to work him short on that service pressure. He works his feet back out. A lot of times they'll use that short serve to try and make someone a bit more predictable in their attack. And they got the shot, actually, that they were looking for. He didn't take a swing at the ball.
That ball put way too tight. Evans trying to give the opportunity to Chase Budinger, cannot do it.
Hard to make that argument when you're the one that sent the ball over the top of the net.
Yeah, that ball definitely available for Miami to get on top of. Now 10-8. That's all they needed in the first was 2 points.
Yeah, Chase even waving that off. That ball well on its way across the net.
This time Evans will attack. And he finds it tight down the line.
If you're the San Diego Smash right now, you want to find this second set knotted up at 10 apiece. I like this little carve, the baby line shot. But if you give Miami one more here, could be a runaway freight train.
Budinger. 7 aces on the season, doesn't get one here. Ball's tight. Benish uses his reach, as does Evans. Score it, 10-10.
And that's a big point for San Diego. Not only you tied up at 10 apiece, but that's the kind of a rally that didn't go their direction in set 1 into set 2, where they were making that consecutive next level play. This is the moment for San Diego that they're finally putting the ball away in transition.
Budinger with a little David Bowie move there. They'll go to Crabb. There's a little variation. Benish on the retreat. Now the attack puts it away.
But you can kind of feel that ebb and flow, right? Even right now for the Miami Mayhem. Taylor Crabb actually stole that side-out opportunity out of the middle. It should have been to the cross-court receiver in Andy Benish, but he takes a step and steals the middle ball.
Trying to steal this set, San Diego Smash. Been playing from behind much of it. Got Benish in the air, and it once again pays dividends.
Nice little hot pocket for Miles Evans. You really haven't seen Chase go on to as he continues to beckon to the other side between points. So I'm surprised Andy bit, but a really nice pass from Miles Evans to create.
Get 3 for Miami.
An error you just can't have. He tried to get a little cheeky, going with a short cross-court side spin serve. Went for the ace against Taylor Crabb. You had Andy Benish on the ropes. Don't let go.
No was the call you may have heard. And I think they're calling the ball down. San Diego wanted it lift. See if Taylor got underneath this one.
He said open hand like this. The ball was knocked down, but that was a lift.
We're gonna have a little chat about that one.
Hey, Miles, we'll take care of it. Okay.
I think Miles might have an argument here. Cameron, what do you think?
I mean, he definitely opened up those fingers.
But I had it up. Steven's back to Kirsten.
I understand that, but you didn't see the double with the hands.
The ball did not touch the center.
I felt like I had a pretty good view of that. They don't want none of it, though.
Definitely up.
I would give him.
I can't change the call, but I can make a replay on that.
I would tell them what I think.
Okay?
No, I wouldn't.
Got to do this.
I do have thoughts.
Excellent work by our crew there,
I'm
you
not switching the
heard.
calls.
What?
Okay?
What?
That's not what I saw.
What did you see? You saw in the sand, right?
That's
You
what
saw,
I...
and I saw in the sand too.
I believe that. He said the ball was up, Chase. Okay? And he got it good.
His job is to look at the net. Your job is to see the
His
court.
job is to help.
Reaction, I do believe the call is going to stand.
We both got to do this job.
As having been done, or having been done.
Should have a better case.
You're hearing the conversation, obviously talking about priorities from head official down to the sideline as well as the down official. That ball did appear to be up. However, they're going to replay this because it looked like it was an open-handed contact on the side of the Miami Mayhem.
Yeah, it was Dave Carson taking control of the situation. We end up with the replay here, and Andy Benish ends up with another block. He continues to lead the league here. That's his 4th of the match, right on that 2 in a set mark he set in New York.
He had 6 in Los Angeles, and right now Andy Benish just cleaning up at the net.
13-11. Has Miami done enough? We will see. Softly done by Buttinger. Staying within reach of the second set. Staying in the match for the moment. Seems like a must-have right here. What will Evans do? Put it in the net, remember. As Cameron said, got a little cheeky with it. He'll hand it off. A little confusion there as to who was rotating into service. Chase down the middle. And that ball is wide. Point San Diego.
I like the defensive setup from Chase and Miles. They actually threw the block in front of the angle and forces the attack out wide. There was a lot of room to work, but not in terms of taking a full cut at the ball.
Should they serve Taylor again?
They've been serving middle, and Taylor's been stepping to his left. So yeah, I'd go right back to that location, but maybe see if Andy can steal it.
Right at Crabb. Coming fast to the net and slowing it down in attack. It'll be a set point for the Mayhem, but San Diego just needs to side out to go extra time.
And you can just see how that offense all the way out to the pin can stretch your defense. The high line shot in full effect.
Most by any player in AVP League history in terms of aces is Andy Benish, 45. No ace here. Long set. And a put away. There's a little bit of that old San Diego flair.
Yeah, they're still running the spread offense, but the degree of tempo is a little different than we saw in 2025. So it's a little bit more up and down, but still using the spread offense from pin to pin.
Looking for the ad here. Chase and Miles. Stand-up jump serve. Again on Crabb. This time down the line past the block. Set point number 2. Match point number 2.
Betting on Taylor making back-to-back errors is not a bet I would want to take. You saw the one that he hit well cross court, but then again, he comes right back to what served him well in set 1, attacking out of the middle.
Crab trying to cut it for the W, puts it into the net. And extra time will continue. They got one last time with Chase at the line.
Andy hasn't seen a side-out opportunity in about the last 5 or so points.
Good call, Cameron. Off the net, Benish. Smokes it anyway.
That's still a bet I'm willing to make. You got them out of system. I mean, look at where Taylor Crab had to set this ball. The heavy angle swing, kind of the only option left there for Andy Benish. He just plays that next tier of volleyball.
Third match point. Evans, strong pass. Strong attack, and too strong. That ball is long. This match is over. Miami continues its winning ways. That is 3 straight sweeps and 5 total in this year. That is tied with Palm Beach. The Crabs are out putting some top shelf volleyball.
I like what I saw from Miami being challenged. I think this could serve them well down the stretch of the Progressive AVP League as well. Just 2 deuce sets, that they were able to pick up against a really solid team in the San Diego Smash. I am also impressed with San Diego. After New York, we kind of wondered what was going to show up here in East Hampton, but this was all around a very decent showing against that of the Miami Mayhem as that last and final error falls on the side of San Diego.
Yeah, you mentioned there have been some pretty decent showings by San Diego, but not any wins. With our winners now, Rich Limeboy.
Right, I'm here with the victorious Miami Mayhem. Tay, Andy, congratulations. Little point back and forth. That was a big victory for a lot of reasons, right? You guys are in kind of a must-win all weekend situation as far as cup standings. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're always here to win regardless, but yeah, being in contention of winning that City Cup is one of our goals. So we're in a good position. If we get the win tomorrow, then we get the victory.
Yeah, and that's a team you guys know very well. A little bit up and down there for you guys, particularly in the second set. How do you fight off them getting tighter than maybe you would like them to be?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Taylor did a good job helping me out when they were short serving me. They set it out pretty well. They're always going to be a good side out team. So I thought Taylor set up our defense on that last point really well and gave him a little bit of a different look, and he missed it just long. So yeah, we're going to have to play our best to beat teams like that, and we were able to squeak it out today.
You think Taylor has Yoda-like abilities to just mind meld somebody into a hitting error?
For sure. I think their team vibe was down after he was talking to Chase after Miles missed one of those short serves. So that probably helped too.
All right. He's a kind of a silent killer, right? Does the needling on the down low. I like it. Tell me a little bit about this venue. You know, this is the second year we've been here. I mean, it's pretty gorgeous out here, pretty unique.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable venue. Obviously, great people flying in from all over the place is awesome. Kind of a weird wind in here, kind of swirling around. Felt weird out there, like the ball was popping off our arms, kind of weird, but yeah, we were able to control it just good enough, I guess.
Yeah, just good enough. Yeah, when it's kind of unpredictable like that, is there something you tell yourself to help deal with that?
Yeah, I think just play the ball a little bit lower, keep it out of the wind. And then we're trying to attack it as much as we can when we're on defense and serving, and thought we did a good job of that.
All right, so the race for the cup, you've done your part for the day. Now you sort of lean on the ladies and remind them that it's their turn?
Yeah, we got to lean on ladies.
Back to you, Kevin.
Indeed. Back upstairs to look at another Miami Mayhem victory. Taylor Crab, he has that quiet confidence about him. He just makes play after play, particularly on the defensive side.
Yeah, and they mentioned those swirling winds just kind of having an impact on their platform. So those transition sets, became that much more important for both he and Andy Benish. But so fun to watch Taylor Crabb every time he's in the backcourt, just scoop after scoop. And then they mentioned that last and final adjustment from Taylor Crabb defensively. And it all really comes down to some of that chess at the top tier level, right? The difference between winning a set and losing a set when it's just a 2-point differential. And it really is the mind of Taylor Crabb knowing who's on the other side. Really impressive.
A pair of deuce set wins, 15-13, 17-15. The Miami Mayhem are at 6-1, looking good to be one of the top 2 seeds in Chicago. Will they be 1? Will they be 2? We'll see. San Diego's journey continues, as does ours here on the CW when we return to East Hampton.